Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new video here on the channel. And on today's video I will be going over a larger scale time frame on Bitcoin to discuss what we're currently seeing here on the weekly time frame, and to discuss what we could be doing here in the larger scales here. What could we be expecting in the coming weeks here instead of the coming hours? So if this sounds interesting for you, don't forget to right away slap up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell notifications so you will be definitely not miss out on any of the further content. But with that being said, guys, let's jump right away in towards the content. So what we can currently see is pretty interesting, to be very honest here, because Bitcoin has been basically doing something that we do not really see every single time on this market, at least on the weekly time frame. So we do know Bitcoin set a new all-time high here, and afterwards first of all, Bitcoin set an all-time high over here, and approximately 191 days later, it set a new all-time high over here. But since it did form this new all-time high, it was not really showing us follow-through. No, instead of that, it was really faking us out, and it came down very heavily afterwards. So that was pretty odd to see here. But if we're going to look at three different kinds of market flats here, we can clearly see that we're currently experiencing an unregulated or an expanded market top here. And that is a thing that is very interesting, because we can look at, of course, an ABC correction style here. We have a regular style where we're forming basically a lower high, lower low, and an equal low. Of course, we have also one that we are forming, of course, from a high, we're forming a higher high, but then we're forming a lower low afterwards. So currently I think we could be looking at the unregulated or expanded market flat here, and that is also a thing that how I will be approaching it. So is the market top right now in? That's going to be the question. I don't think, of course, that we're necessarily going to be talking about a market top here, but what we can be talking about right now here is that, is this ABC correction right now done here? And this is clearly an ABC correction. Why? Is because we are, of course, in this unregulated expanded market flat here. But like you can see over here as well on this chart over here, is that usually the C comes below the A. So we are right now supposed to be looking for a lower C than an A. So what this pattern is currently suggesting is that the market bottom is currently not in here, because we formed, of course, a little bit of a higher high on the market, and together with this higher high on the market getting formed here, we right away invalidated and we formed an unregulated market top here. And right now the price target of the bottom should be, of course, lower than the initial time of the bottom. So that's, of course, a thing that we could be anticipating, and that could be, of course, a very dangerous price target that we could be looking for. However, we could be as well anticipate this bottom is right now in, but I will be only doing so if we're going to see something playing out what I want to be seeing right here. So currently we could be looking for an approximately parallel channel here towards the upside. If this parallel channel, so if the lower side of this support range is going to be holding us up here, I'm going to be okay here. I'm going to be thinking, yeah, we could be seeing the bottom right now being in on the market. But as soon as Bitcoin is not going to hold on towards this level, I don't expect this bottom is in right here. So yeah, we are definitely right now in pretty important times here. And if Bitcoin holds on towards this range here, we're going to be looking good for the coming days ahead of ourselves. Otherwise, I do expect that Bitcoin is going to be looking for this horizontal range, first of all, between the 30,000 and 28,000 US dollars on this market, because that is going to be basically the range low of this whole trend here. As well, big shout out to Mr. Crypto. We can see it here on the S&P 500. The S&P 500 has done the same as well in the past as well here. Like you can see, it has been forming a bottom here, and then it came down weeks afterwards, what we're currently experiencing as well with Bitcoin. We came down weeks afterwards, and eventually we recovered back towards the upside. So could Bitcoin do the same right now here? I will be definitely give this a yes here as well. The S&P 500 was forming an unregulated market flat here, market top here. So that was pretty interesting to see that Bitcoin is currently topping and basically copying the S&P 500 from the beginning of 2020 here. So that's pretty interesting to see what we are having over here. So if Bitcoin is going to come down towards levels around 28,000 US dollars, I will be definitely not hesitate to still buy more here. And even though on these levels I'm not hesitating to be buying more, because I have a longer term vision, especially since we're right now trading on 36,000 US dollars. I do think it's a pretty much a no-brainer to be accumulating your Bitcoins around this level over here. So that is, of course, looking pretty good for Bitcoin right here now. But what is going to be as well very important for me to look at right here is that the funding rates has to be more negative here, because as long as the funding rates are not negative enough here, I am not necessarily anticipating a major market bounce here. Yes, they are negative right now, and finally as well, thank goodness they are of course negative on Binance, because Binance is basically the majority of the traders, where the majority of the traders are coming from. And as long as those are going to stay negative, I expect a short-term bounce towards the upside. So for now on, I do expect how this week is looking so far that we're going to be bouncing from up the parallel channel back towards the upside. But as soon as the funding rates are going to be turning positive again, I personally expect a further continuation down, because I basically want to be seeing the funding rates staying negative all the way up towards 40,000 US dollars. Why? Is because the longer they're going to stay negative, the more bearish sentiment there will be in the market. The more bearish sentiment there will be in the market, the more likely a significant bounce will be here. So yeah, this is basically my expectations of the market here. And if you do like these expectations on the bigger view, let me know in the chat here. But anyways guys, this was today's update video. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.